So next we have in line is Leo. Leo has again the same sign as Aries, the fire. uh, Leos are, according to me, the most difficult people in the 12 zodiacs. So that's my personal opinion about the Leo people I've come across in my life. So let's see what you have for yourself in the next week. So here we go for Leo. You've got 12 wands, the moon, and 3 of pentacles. So the first 2 days of the week are pretty much the crucial days, I would say, of the whole week. Maybe you will be looking for you know options, maybe in your work. There could be two possibilities. You might have to choose one of those, which could be one interpretation. Also, there could be, I mean, the work right now being done for yourself should require partnership. So I think this is a good time to make new partnerships in your project. Uh, you might be looking for people to work with you in the same circle. So if you're thinking of partnering with somebody, that is a very good it's a very good time to do it. Also, you might be mixed with choices that I was saying the first place. So choices that you have, that you might have to make, could be um, could lead to important aspects, important results in the next couple of, the next phase of your um, of the week. Maybe let's see if it really has that. In the next 2 days you have Friday and Wednesday and Thursday. You have the card that's the moon. So when I see this card, I have that feeling. Basically, the moon is in general tarot cards, they always say the moon is kind of a very scary card, in the sense that it basically reflects your inner fears. But when I get the moon in any of my reading, I interpret it as the worries, that unnecessary worries that really kills you from inside, and that might or might not really manifest into reality. And most of the times it doesn't manifest into reality, but it's basically the the building up of the nightmares. The dreadful nightmares that we have inside us, which probably are never the reality. Most of the cases, is being represented by the moon. So if you're worrying too much about like a project being maybe getting the money or for a project, or if you're worrying too much about an interview, or you're worrying too much about an exam, the moon is basically a significator of that you're worrying too much about it. You probably would be worrying too much about it, but the results would be good. That is because you're worried too, the too much worry that is being caused will let you work a lot harder on the thing that you are worrying too much about. So the results are definitely going to be positive. That's what my interpretation of the moon is always. The next 2 days, Friday and Saturday, you've got the 3 of Pentacles, which says that your initial foundation of the work is done, and you have achieved enough by yourself, and you're happy with the result, and it's a great time for you to celebrate because you've received the initial results and they're really, really promising. So if you have done maybe the foundational work of your project, or your something else, it could be something else in at your aspect of life. So the initial results are really promising, and you need to take it farther from here. So this is what it is going to be. So it kind of like a mixed week for you. You might be worrying too much about it, and then see that the worry was not really it was not really worth your time, because the results are pretty awesome. So that's how it is. So next we have the Virgo. So the Virgo is like Taurus again. earth element. Let's see what you have for yourself in the next week. Okay, so Virgo, you've got the Empress. Okay, just a sec. So next we have as Virgo. So you have got the Six of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Moon. Okay, so you've got too many sixes in your reading. So basically the first 2 days will see the results of your initial work. So if you've done something before, if you've sat for an exam maybe in the last couple of weeks, you're going to see a fruitful result of it. You're going to see you've got like really, stupendous result out of that. So you're going to reap the rewards of what you have done in the first 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. So you will feel really happy about it. That's because everything what you've achieved is based upon your hard work. So any achievement that is earned on hard work is definitely very dear to us. So you would be happy about it and feel contented and feel really accomplished in the first 2 days. But next Wednesday and Thursday we have got Six of Cups. So Wednesday and Thursday, it would be like days for you where you will feel a little nostalgic about your it would be the 2 days would be really miffed with nostalgia. So you might think about your childhood, or you might draw similarities on things from out of your childhood, and you can find some similar events that happened before, or you might come across somebody or something from your past that might give you a new opportunity, a brand new like a new opportunity that you were looking for, and it could be from your past. And also, like, one more thing that I always get to think of when I see Six of Cups is the wisdom and the knowledge that we have from our past, because the past is always important in the for the reason that we gain knowledge and lessons and things that we should or should not repeat in the future. So you probably would take into account all of these that you have done before. Similar things might happen that have happened before, and you might gain new you might gain experience from that and apply it to your present scenario. So the next 2 days would see you pondering on your past and applying it in your future. And then the last 2 days would see you again a little feel anxious about your future. You might be a little anxious about your future, or you might be giving a lot of liberty to your inner fears or your inner like your nightmares that you always think that are the most difficult things to control. But again, when I was saying about Cancer, that I'm sorry, Leo, that always the moon tells me that it's something that you are worrying about which is not really worth worrying, because you're always prepared for it. So you might be anxious and have fearful nightmares about it, but again, you will get to know that those are really not meant for you, and it's kind of a premonition that what you should not do and what you should do, otherwise you might manifest them into reality. But that's like just a warning, so it's not real, not the reality. So that's it. So looks like it's kind of going to be a moderate week for you, so excluding the weekend. So that's how it's going to be for you. So next we have line is Libra. So Libra, as similarly like Gemini, has the same air sign. So let's see what we have for Libra for that in the next week. So got King of Swords, Judgment, Queen of Wands. Okay, so for the first 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, you might be, you know, a little intimidated for the fact that maybe you're not having a lot of conversation or communication with your co-workers, or especially your supervisor or somebody who is above you. So you might feel a little intimidated by the fact that you're probably missing out communications with that person. So for that reason, my advice would be that do not try to make or initiate one by yourself, and right now let it go and let this phase really go, because it's kind of a time that you might lead into, or you might get into some miscommunications and misunderstandings, which can lead into something really worse. So you should just let this period go, and you know not demand a lot of attention or time from your supervisor or your co-workers. The next 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, would be the time when you actually would see the results of your past efforts. So if you have done something good for somebody, this is the time that you will get the payback. It's basically the payback time. You will find that that person remembers your work and is going to pay you back with that. Or if you've done, like if you've invested in some project, this is the time you're going to see the results coming, and they're really positive results, so don't worry about it. You will see uh, you know money coming out of your investments, or if you have helped somebody out in distress time, that person will help you out in your distress time. So this is basically the payback time when you will see the results of your hard work or your past efforts or your past help to people. The next 2 days, Friday and Saturday, is a time when you are highly energetic and you're thinking about doing new work, not exactly new out of your way, but things that you can do, and you probably were not confident before to do it, and now you think it's really can be done, and you have that capabilities and abilities to make it into reality. So this is a time when you will be planning for some more risk taking work, and you would be using your energy, creative energy, to start some new projects or something. If you're maybe if you're trying to invest on something, some project which you initially was putting off for a while, this is the time when you should make your new investments, because this time is really looking good for you. Next we have the Scorpio. So the Scorpio has the same water sign as Cancer does. So let's see what you have for yourself in the next week. Okay, Scorpio, here you go. You've got the Five of Cups, the Moon, Six of Cups. Okay, so looks like the first 2 days you probably is gonna be brooding a lot over what's lost, and what you maybe if you have lost money in your business or something. The first 2 days are pretty much when you won't be able to really pick yourself up from the loss that you have just recently gone through. And but my advice would be that you should still look at the brighter side of the situation, that what you have still left and what you can do with that, instead of brooding on things which is completely lost in here. So that is one thing. Secondly is Monday and Tuesday is gonna be really days of where you won't be you won't have a lot of energy to do things, start over. So maybe if you're really thinking upon, or you're just pretty much pretty much introspective of things which you have done before, the difficult situations that's gone, and the the mistakes that you have made. Maybe it's a good time to take it off from your life and think about it, and then do not to repeat the same old things in your future. The next 2 days would pretty much be the follow up for the days of, I mean, when you would be really thinking about the loss or something that you have done and had not really like met your expectations. The moon tells you that you pretty much would be worrying about that if you are going to repeat the same mistakes in the near future again. So um yeah, you would, I mean, these are nightmares, these are your inner fears, anxieties, frustrations that will really eat you up the entire week. But looks like this is a time when you should learn from the mistakes instead of making it like a vulnerable aspect of your life, that you are capable of making these mistakes over and over again, but just to shield yourself from not making the same mistakes would be the better way of taking it. So the moon basically would you know make you more anxious, but you should really the advice is that you should really let go of yourself and let loose yourself a little bit, so that you can think about the positive aspects of the things that you think currently are really negative. So the last 2 days of the week would see you worrying about your past a little, feel nostalgic that of the golden times, but you would be able to learn and pick yourself up from what is lost. So that is one good thing about this week. This week probably would be a little the down days of your of the year. Maybe it's not looking very energetic, or you would be probably miffed with a lot of emotions of loss and mistakes and difficulties, but you would be able to pick yourself up in the later part of the week, that you would learn and think about the past and learn from them. So that's how it's gonna be. Next we have